This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And we're underway here in South Philly. Britton Covey now on the return. And he gets buried on the return, way back at the 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Great. Set. No touch.
Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line.
First and 10. No touch. 24-yard line.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Great. Set. No touch.
Once again, it's Barkley. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
No touch. No touch.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
Brings up third down. No touch.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he'll get to the 48, and that's going to be good enough. It'll pick up a first down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll get about 2. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in on the tackle. Second down and 8.
Great. Set. No touch.
Now Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past it.
Oh, Barkley has fumbled. One of the Ravens has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll go again here with Henry. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What? Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. A big play there on 4th down, good for an even 20. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Henry. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Back to throw, Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Off the play fake, Jackson. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And 3rd down coming up. To the air one more time with Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns, not a game of hot potato bouncing the ball back and forth.
And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. these end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points. 2nd and goal this close to the end zone. It makes sense, Mike, to keep the ball on the ground, but what you're not planning for is that you suffer a loss. So give credit to this defense. They've now changed the entire equation. It's 3rd and goal, but they're not so close anymore.
That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Final 9 seconds of this half, and the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nakobe Dean.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the 2nd half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this 2nd half.
They'll run it to the right here with Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds at the 5. It is a big play for the Eagles. 32 yards. 5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's Barkley. And that big offensive line. Clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles move out on top, 14-0. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
I'm gonna go. Hey! Nice shot!
A first down throw for Jackson. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This has really just been the story of the entire game. They just seem out of sync, don't they? I mean, they desperately need to find a way to just get some points on the scoreboard, any way it takes. They don't complete on the deep pass there, but keep shooting for it, because at some point something's going to break your way, and they desperately need it.
That is brought in. And he will dive into the end zone. 79 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. The kick is good. And the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Great, set.
To throw is Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Barkley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's
to the goal line and in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jackson now to throw on first down. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are... Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Great, set.
A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A run with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time, they try Barkley. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he goes nowhere, buried back at the 15-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, report.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd down.
Report.
Here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. He gets free. And he will dive into the end zone. 85 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Ho-ho!
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. They'll run it here with Saquon. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
He'll tuck it and take off. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up. They'll drop to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Third and long for Hurts. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game, and are going to send their fans home quite happy.
See, reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me, the numbers don't lie.
That's how we rollin'. You know them gold diggers, want to pick at a litter, burying them hidden figures. I keep them triple hitters, call them silverback gorillas, going 8-8, and you know ain't nobody.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go here in Baltimore. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's quickly to Andrews on the RPO. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a...
And he's going to take this all the way home. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after.
Justin Tucker lining up for the extra point.
His kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there.
King, Phil King, Phil King. Great, set. No touch.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Great, set. No touch.
On second down, Barkley. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
No touch.
They'll run. It's Barkley. He'll work forward to the 40-yard line. Kyle Hamilton, the former Notre Dame star, able to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6.
63, bang. Great, set. Silver, set. No touch.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
63. No touch.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
No touch. No touch.
Now Barkley. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2. On third down, they'll go with Saquon. And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the give, here's Henry. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He'll manage only a couple. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Third down and 9.
13. What a shot. Hey, Ozzy, sit out. You. Hey, sit.
Now Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
On play action, here's Hurts. Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
A run on 1st and goal. And he's in! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff.
Go ahead. 13. Middle.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Ozzie. Sit out.
Now, Jackson. He's going to look downfield once again. That is caught. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal.
To Zay Flowers. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Go ahead.
Henry tries to bull his way in. And he'll go down, back at the 4. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal.
Go. Sit out.
Again, it'll be Henry. And he's going the wrong way, dropped back at the 7.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Hey. Sit out.
3rd and goal for Jackson. Under pressure, and now he's going to go down, back at the 8-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report. On play action, Hurts. That is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Clemson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Intercepted.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold.
And he will score. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
There is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Barkley, and that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On first down, it's Hurts. And he'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, the tight end in the running game. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Man in motion is Brown. Here's Barkley, and nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the
third quarter of play with the score.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal.
No touch that. No touch that.
They'll run with Barkley. And he will score. Game on. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Hey, middle.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. 2nd down and 8.
180. Go. Hey, middle. Sit up.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
No, we changed. 180. Ready, shot. Sit up.
To throw is Jackson. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And they will finally run him down. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 37 yards. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. Running with authority. Pushes his way forward for a pickup of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd down, Jackson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore. Point after now from Tucker. He's got it. And the Ravens go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10.
No touch that. Hey, easy. 63, bad. No touch.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with...
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, Bill and Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that with the real shook skin. Just hit the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the make you feel it all in your toes. Ha, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Like that. You wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight up.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He stiff arms him. He breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He may go. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 70 yards. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens 7, Eagles nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Great. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a...
Try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more? 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 Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up. Didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, know I can bar for days. Nothing to prove because I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece. Wanna see some more?
I wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Indy. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set, hey! 19 Lions. Herc. Right, Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler.
Richardson throwing to start out. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Let's go.
They kick the running back in motion.
Go street. 65 Cats, 65 Cats, 79 Broncos, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Hurt. Riggs.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Street. Check go.
Richardson now on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70. Hut.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles force the turnover on the first series of this game.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there instantly. As he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. Barkley can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles parlay the interception into points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Stephanie! Buffalo 18! They smash! Ready!
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
On the ball now!
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
An 8-yard loss of the play.
19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
3rd and long. It's Richardson. Buying some time left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. They've got first down from the 31. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
On first down, Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. First down, a run with Barkley. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. And we will not get another play.
With the score, Eagles 7.
We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Toss play to Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out.
Street. 18, Pioneer. Chop 60. Get up.
First down throw here from Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here.
Hey, smash Bronco. 7 Pirates. Go.
Trying again following the sack. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles take over just inside the 40. They're at the opposing 39.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 37. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. was looking for A.J. Brown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's caught for the first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He cuts to the middle, and they take this in for the score. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Colts nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Unlock Lions. Let's go now. Check smash. Check smash. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's on the move. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts looking for a score before halftime. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Come on, set. Panther 11, Panther 11. Rig alert, rig alert.
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Eagles get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They go to Barkley again. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that brings up 4th and goal. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. The kick by Hopkins is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
18 Cardinal, 18, let go.
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
19 Lions. Set up. Dragon 60. Check.
They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Set. Hurt. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Hurt.
Throwing it just before halftime. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No, set.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3. This one finds Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Great.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Saquon. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10 now. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. This one misses the tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. That's complete. Here's Brown. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Richardson now. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And the Eagles at a considerable return onto the interception. They're going to take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
On second down, here's Barkley. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. They're going to run with Barkley. Is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 38. Oh, he got some air under this one, deep down the middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Finds Laporta. And he's taken down at the 30.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Hey, lift!
They'll go for it. Goff. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. The 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
From the red zone now. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Detroit touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. Hurts comes out throwing. Chased out to his right. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start out 2nd and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Still finding room past the 45. And he's finally stopped across midfield at the 47. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's Barkley. He's got the first and more inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Eagles are on the move here. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to throw, Hurts. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Barkley gets it on third down. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. On 4th down, Hurts. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Montgomery now up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. From the 17. Laporta with the grab. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Goff on 1st and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
It's Montgomery on 3rd. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down throw from Goff. He finds Laporta. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 19. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. Cut near the goal line. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Third and just 2 to go. Looking to throw, Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions will add to their lead at the end of the half. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. On the return, Britton Covey. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Here comes the final play of our first half. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Escaped. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. And he's out of bounds after reaching the 25-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He has it at the 5. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Offense up to the line fast. They'll try again with Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They're going to try to run it in. Barkley. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Eagles cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Another shot now at this extra point. Extra distance, no problem for him as his kick is good.
Lions 14, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Montgomery. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Montgomery. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there, and that leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Gets everything he has under this throw. This is caught inside the 15. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions push their lead further to start the half. It's a Sam Laporta touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Lions double their lead to 14. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. First down throwing for Hurts. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
The end of the 3rd quarter.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch. Well, there's a reason he's playing defense, because he couldn't quite corral that one. But in the end, it doesn't matter. He still does the job and denies 2 points.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw. That's to the sideline. It's a catch by Williams. And he'll go.
Welcome to Baltimore's Inner Harbor. 70,000 plus have filled M&T Bank Stadium since 1998, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Third and a yard.
No, we changed it.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. He will have a Ravens 1st down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line. So we've come to the end. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. He slams it in there, and he is in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hurts. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a free and out.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I know it doesn't...
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love, the place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Thrown right away, Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So the Dolphins lining up to go for 2.
The Dolphins are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They give it to the back of the zone read. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead.
That makes the score Dolphins 8, Eagles 0. Jason
Sanders all set to send it away. On the return, Britton Covey. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Great. Set. Carl left Yeti.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. No gain on the play.
Second and 10 now.
At the 33.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
63. Great, set.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
A play fake now Hurts to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second down carry for Achane. And they had that one contained right at the line. Zach Bond with the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Turbo 3, kick.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. Bails out of the pocket quick. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
Great, set. No touch.
They go to Barkley again. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter.
With the score, Dolphins 8, Eagles 0.
Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. That's low and bounces short of his man. First time this game they've looked to him. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Throwing here, Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be second and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Barkley has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Working quickly here.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles working here. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, and they go right back to him. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. It's Reed Blankenship making the stop. Offense up to the line fast. Tua off the play fake. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Achane, a first down carry. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going play action, Tagovailoa. Vacates quickly left side. Cut at the 10-yard line. And in. Mere fees from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. Penix's going to throw straight away. That's brought in by Mooney. At the 20. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. On the return, Britton Covey. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Searching for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Eagles.
Running right, it's Barkley. And he's taken down with a short gain to the 25. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
A give to Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. David Onyemata there for the stop. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Hurts to throw. This finds Smith. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Toss play to Barkley. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case, a top.
We're back and excited to start the 2nd. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Now Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia! So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. But they couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
To the 10! And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Covey now to return this. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Escapes, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Eagles with a likely punt coming up. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will take over. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Penix here from the gun. He completes it in traffic. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Penix on first down. Got a man, it's Drake London.
First opened in 2017. There's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Eagles.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup.
Hurts.
Second and 7.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he...